Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I have my top 10 books of 2017. I was going to do the top 17, but in reality there really wasn't like 17 books that I completely fell in love with. And what's funny is I'm usually a quite big horror lover, like horror, thriller, sci-fi, and I think there's like one kind of sci-fi book in this lot, and the rest is kind of like chick-litty, fluffy, young adult kind of books, and it's really surprising that I love so many of them this year. So I'm just going to jump right in. What I'll do is I'll do 7 books that I loved completely, and then I'm going to do my top 3, my all-time favourites of this year, and one of them is my all-time favourites now of like ever, one of my favourite books ever, up there with Harry Potter. First I'm going to show you The Lovely Reckless by Cami Garcia. Cami Garcia co-wrote Beautiful Creatures, that whole series. Excuse me, I'm still sick. And it's basically about a girl called Frankie Devereaux whose boyfriend was murdered, and it's about her dealing with it and moving on and finding out the truth about what actually happened with it. It was kind of a shock to her about a boyfriend and his whole other life he had going on, and it was just really good. It was really, I liked the character development. It wasn't just like, okay, she's depressed or she's like really sad and all of a sudden she meets someone and she's really happy, or she finds a new friend and she's really happy. It's slowly built up, like it's slowly done. And I think she moved back in with her dad, who is a cop, and she's translated public school, so it's a whole different scene for her, and her friends aren't there, so it's really good. It kind of reminded me of Save the Last Dance, not in the sense of dancing and music, but a girl taking out her own kind of well brought up like private school and put in public school with like different people of different backgrounds and having to deal with it and having to make it work for her, which is why I really enjoyed it. So yeah, that's that one. Next I have Vendetta by Catherine Doyle. Now I got this book, it was like €5 on book depository. I really didn't think I was going to be like, oh, I love this book. It was something just kind of to fill an order up. Oh, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was really cheesily good. It's about a girl called Sophie who lives in Chicago. These 5, is it 5 brothers? I'm sure it doesn't say in the back, but I'm sure it's 5 brothers. Move into the house down the street, the house that like everyone's always kind of like been weary of walking by. It's always stood empty, and she falls in love with one of the guys, but he has secrets and so does she. I can't even say more than that without giving it away, but look, it's completely gorgeous, blood for blood. Yeah, it was really enjoyable. I read it all in like one day, and as soon as I read this I ordered Inferno and I can't think of the last one. No, Vendetta, Inferno and Mafioso and Inferno are the last two. I think Inferno's the last one, Mafioso is the second one. It's basically about the mafia. It's kind of a mafia romance, but it's really, really good. Then I have Queens of Geek by Jen Wilde. It's about these, I'm sure there's 2 girls, Charlie and Taylor. They go to like a kind of Comic-Con, it's called Supercon. They love all that kind of stuff, like nerdy like myself. And Charlie is a vlogger who ended up becoming an actress. Well, she's in her 4th movie, so she's there promoting it. That's why she gets to bring Taylor with her. Taylor is just an introvert who likes geeky stuff, is really shy, really finds it difficult to be in public around people, and it's just about them both finding ways to deal with their life as it's coming. Like Taylor, she meets a guy, she makes new friends, which in reality she finds really difficult to do, so it's really, really good. I'd really recommend this to anyone who likes kind of books that are similar to kind of Jennifer Nevin books or Colleen Hoover books. I really recommend this. Then I have Katie Ashley, Vicious Cycle. This, if you like new adult, please definitely read this. It's about a motorcycle club and the guy who runs it, basically, he's the leader of the motorcycle club. He has his ex-girlfriend dies. This is not spoilery, by the way. And he gets left with his daughter, who I think is about four or five, and he has to kind of learn how to be a father. And it's about him and his daughter's school teacher falling in love, basically. It's their romance, but there's a lot of twists and turns, and kind of it is kind of thrillery in a kind of way. It's kind of like there's parts where you're kind of on your edge of your seat, suspenseful like. So yeah, I read this whole series this year, but the fourth book is definitely my favourite. That's that one. I then have Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch. Basically about Lena, a girl called Lena, moving to Italy for the summer, or Tuscany, with her dad, because her mum has just died. And it's about her finding out about her mom living there and what she experienced and trying to be close to her dad. And it's like really twisty and turny, but this is kind of book I see in the shop, and I'm kind of like, is that my cup of tea? Like, and I see people love it, and I'm still like, not mine. I'm not fluffy, I'm not. But I literally read this in one sitting. I couldn't get enough of it. I gave it 5 stars in Goodreads. I absolutely loved it. Couldn't recommend this enough to anybody. Anyone who enjoys reading should read this. It's not just for people who like romancy summer reads. It's for everybody, really. I'd recommend to read this. I then have Rat and the Dawn by Renee Adier, if I'm saying that right. I think by this stage everyone knows what this book is about and knows the story to this, but it's about a girl who basically gets taken by a kind of ruler, and she kind of puts herself forward to save, I think it's her friend she saves. Well, I think her sister actually. Everyone thought this other girl was going to get taken, but he chose her, and he kills his bride-to-be on their first night together, or bride, and she somehow manages to make it by the first night, and the second night, and the third night, and it's just really good. Like, it's again a kind of book I didn't think I'd be interested in, but yeah, when I read it, couldn't get enough of it. Read the second book straight away. Second book wasn't as good. I gave it like I think 2 or 3 stars. It didn't wrap it up the way I wanted to wrap it up. But yeah, it's a great book, a really good book. I then have Warcross by Marie Lou, that's how you say it. It's about a girl called Emika who plays Warcross. She somehow manages to hack into like it was kind of like the World Cup in football, in that kind of reference. But she manages to hack into the game. Well, she tries to hack in to steal, but she ends up managing to hack her whole avatar into the game. So they track her down and they ask her to come to, I think it's Japan or China, to, is it Japan? I think it is. To come and try find other hackers that are causing much more bigger problems. Basically, that's the outcome. But when she goes, she meets these people, and it's just really good. It's kind of like in a Ready Player One sense. It's an immersive game, like it's an all-sensory game. You're in the game, you play games, you based on your stats in the game. That creates celebrity in the real world and stuff. It's really good. I'd recommend it, and just for the cover alone, like, absolutely gorgeous. I'd really recommend this one. And now on to my top 3 books. They're gonna go in order, so it'll be 3, 2 and 1. This is my favourite, like, to my top favourite. Number 3 is Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer Nevin. This is about a girl who is completely overweight. She was at one stage had to be removed from her house by a crane. And that's an idea of how big she was. She loses some of the weight and ends up going back to school. Everyone knows who she is, everyone knows she's that girl, until she meets a guy who doesn't know she's that girl. Well, she doesn't think he knows at the start of the book. So he does find a really sweet and it's not a romance, it's not like instant love, it's not like they fall in love, but it's a really sweet way of helping each other deal with stuff. Like, he's going through some stuff as well, and so is she, and he helps her and she helps him, and it has a great kind of balance of not being, it's not a friendship but it's not a love. It's really cute, it's really good. I read this in one sitting. I have like 4 copies of this now. It's one of my favourite books. I recommend anyone who's interested in Jennifer Neville's books to read this. I then have, of course, Eliza and Her Monsters. I just couldn't, this book, I just loved it. From like the first 10 pages, I couldn't believe it had taken me like the month that it took. Like, I bought it when it came out. Like, I pre-ordered it. It came like, I think the day after it was released, and it took me like a month to get to it, and I was kicking myself at how long it actually took me to read it, because I couldn't believe how much I actually loved it. I ate every word on the page. It's about a girl called Eliza who has an online comic. No one knows that it's her. She has 2 online friends who know that it's her. Our parents don't know. Our brother, our younger brother, I think, does know, but no one in school knows either. And then a new guy transfers to school. In school now she has no friends, like she hasn't got any real friends. This guy transfers from a different school, and she sees him working on like fan art for her comic, and that kind of starts a friendship with them. And it's all about her family finding out about her having this online comic, and how she deals with it, and how she deals with having like a real social life, an online life, and how she balances them both. It's just really amazing. And like, it has a couple of online drawings on it. It's just really good. I'd recommend this to anyone, to everyone and anyone. You don't need to like these kind of books to read this. Please, it's absolutely amazing. And finally, this is up there now. This is like Harry Potter, then this book. It is up there. It is one of my favourite books of all time. I own a paperback copy for about a year, probably 2 years. I got it in like an old retro shop my boyfriend buys games in, and I left it on the shelf. I never got around to reading it, and then one day I was kind of going, I'm in the mood for this, so I picked it up and I just flew through it. Couldn't believe I hadn't picked it up sooner. I was kind of kicking myself. I've seen like hundreds of people review this, and all day it was amazing. And still they never made it sound appealing to me. I was kind of like, I'll get to it. But when I picked it up, oh my god, it is now one of my all-time favourite books, and that is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Cannot recommend this enough. Like, I know I keep saying I can't recommend this enough, but this is the one. If you're gonna order or buy or read any of the books on this list, please read this book if you haven't already. It's about a guy called Wade who escapes his reality by entering this game. It's like an online game, and like Warcross, it's an all-immersive game. It's called Oasis. Basically, it's taking over everything. Like, this game can create stars. The more higher level you are, the better known you are in the world. And Wade is kind of like, in reality, he's not rich, he's not poor, he doesn't have the best equipment to be online all the time. He goes to school online. Like, everything is done through Oasis. It's all, your schooling is done online, you meet up with your friends, everything is done through it until the creator of Oasis dies. So he sets kind of like Easter eggs for you to find, and whoever finds basically can take over his company. It's kind of to me reminds me of like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That kind of like, he wants someone to take over. Like, someone will be given Oasis, someone will actually be like he wanted to be found. So he dies, and the whole Easter egg thing is released. He had a video. Obviously the creator had it all ready to go, but it takes like a year for anyone to find, and Wade is the first person to find the first clue. And him and I think it's 2 other people are like competing against, and then there's a whole other company who wants to find it so they can take over Oasis, because they're like companies are. They want to own everything, so they want to find the last clue to get the rights to own Oasis. So it's up to Wade and his 2 friends to find the last clue, to beat the last clue, to beat the last game. It's all like, in each Easter egg is a game that they need to complete get to the next level or to get to the next clue. So it's really tense. It's really like in the middle of it there is like a bit of a slump where Wade kind of goes into a little bit of a depression. He kind of gets disheartened. I'm not going to tell you everything that happens, but he gets a little bit disheartened. So there's a little bit of like I say about 40 pages of him kind of feeling sorry for himself, and then it picks back up straight away. If I could recommend this book enough to anybody, I can't do it. It's one of my favourites. I could sit down now and just reread this, no problem. I've read it like I think it was twice or 3 times last year, and I could easily sit down, read it again, and have no problem. I wouldn't be bored. It's just a great book. So yeah, that's my top 10 of 2017. Hopefully this year I have a lot more favourites. Like these were my favourites, and I think there's maybe 1 or 2 others that I really enjoyed, and the rest I kind of had a bad reading year. I read over 100 books, but still they were all kind of like 2-star, 3-star rates. Nothing amazing, nothing that stood out to me apart from these books. So hopefully this year I can pick up a lot more books that I'm enjoying, or I can find better reads. So yeah, thank you for watching my video, and I hope you all like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you.